Jeff, same name, same first name, and this whole diatribe about that, a family friend needs her bed picked up, and if you need more than Adam and Jeff to help get it to our house, please recruit a friend. I'll be gone on a trip. Jeff, your room needs to be ready for a queen-size bed, and the rest of the stuff gone from the other rooms. And, someone named Jeff is on the other end of this like, what is this? So this is a snippet. There are many more that probably would embarrass her substantially more than these somewhat innocuous emails. Anyway, just to kind of bring it full circle, the theme of this is that if you have been on the other end of this, it is usually because there is some good, warm, strong intent behind it, and the bark is bigger than the bite. And I know we all love her a ton and respect what she does. I told her when I came back from the first IECA conference that I attended with her when I was brand spanking new to this. I said, you know what? It's pretty damn cool to have a parent who's the best in the world at something. And so, to this day, I admire, respect, love you as friend, mother, mentor, pain in my ass, everything. Believe me, I know what a pain in the ass I have been to you as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leslie Goldberg.
Hi, I have to make the microphone pretty low. I am overwhelmed by this. I have to tell you, when I heard that I was nominated by my peers, I almost fell on the floor. It's the biggest honor anyone could receive, truly. I know I love my work. I've been doing it 30 years, which makes me, I tell all the parents who come in that I have a diagnosis, it's OLD. And they're thinking oppositional. Wow, what's wrong with her? And I say, no, just old. The kids get it first. Anyway, I love my work. I'm never retiring until I have to. And I've been asked to tell a story that is kind of difficult in front of my grandchildren. But before I do that, I want to say oh, sorry, that's a necklace. Every time I go like this, the necklace talks. So, I don't know what I would do without my work, truly. What do you? Oh, okay. So I, as most of you know, I lost my husband last year of 45 years of really good marriage, and it's like, what on earth would I do without my work? I don't know. I did it again, I'm sorry. My 3 sons have been phenomenal. My daughters-in-law, my son-in-law, and my grandchildren have helped get me through all of this. But most importantly, all of you have helped. Anyway, I have to tell a funny story. I promised that I would tell this. Most of you know this story. I work very, very hard for Saving Teens in Crisis Collaborative, which helps fund families whose kids need help but just simply cannot afford it. It was geared toward middle-class families. The lower class, the poor get funding, the well-to-do, it's not an issue. It's the middle class that have to remortgage their homes. And John Rubin approached me and said, I want you. Anyway, so my traveling buddy, Tamara Ancona, who announced that she would be in especially poor taste not showing up to my party, and L'Oreal Brewster and I helped put together the first golf tournament for Saving Teens when NatSap was down in Orlando. And not one of us had ever played golf in our lives. This was daunting, but we figured we'd figure it out. And so we got lots of people to support us financially for scholarships and for the funding and sponsorships. We went down a few days early. I had been on a very severe diet of protein and vegetables for 8 years, never going off. And they wanted to go out for sushi. And I said, okay, I'll just get sashimi. But I got there and I figured, you know what? 8 years, I'm gonna have some sushi. I never once took a bite of a fruit or any kind of carb, ever. I had the sushi. It was fabulous. I got back to my hotel room alone. My husband was coming down in 2 days. My son Adam and his kids were coming down. We were celebrating his and Kathy's birthday, 40th birthday then. And sorry, I didn't mention the date, the age. And the kids were gonna go to Disney World. And it was really great, except that I went into a carb coma. Without carbs for 8 years. I had that rice and I needed chocolate. Like I've never needed before in my life. And I thought, what am I gonna do? My contact lenses are out. My husband isn't here. How am I gonna get chocolate? And then I remembered, I had been carrying 2 chocolate bars for 2 years, stuffed in my suitcase. I had been in Panama the week before. I have a lot of clients there. And I say that, you'll understand why, those of you who don't know the story. So I went into my suitcase, foraging through every pocket, and found the 2 candy bars this big. One was dark chocolate, one was milk chocolate, and I said, dark chocolate. I took a bite of the dark chocolate and I was enthralled. It wasn't sweet. So I thought, oh, there's no sugar in here. I can eat the whole thing. And I did. The next thing I knew, it was 3 in the morning. The newspaper was over my face. I had to hold on to get to my bed, to the bathroom, to brush my teeth. I couldn't even do that. I didn't know what was wrong with me. But I set my alarm, thankfully, and went to sleep. The alarm went off. I couldn't open my eyes. They were like sandy. I couldn't open my mouth. It was like cotton balls. And so I thought, what's wrong with me? Something's really wrong. I think someone probably tried to meet me over stuffing my drink with something wrong. So I called Adam, and he didn't answer, and I thought, he must be taking the kids to school. I couldn't call my husband because he would have freaked. So I went to my trusty iPad and looked up the symptoms, and it said, overuse of marijuana. What? I'm too old for that. I never had it in my life. And I didn't, because I was just a little too old. It was just starting when I was in college, and I never had any. And I thought, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, marijuana? Oh my God. And so we get into the cab, not the cab, someone was picking us up, and Tamara gets in, and Lori gets in, and the driver was LDS. And I said, oh, you won't believe what I did, but I can't tell you now because of him. He won't believe it. And so we get there, and they said, well, what's going on? I said, pinky swear, pinky swear. And they said, oh. Okay. So we pinky swore, and they promised not to tell a soul, and I proceeded to tell every single person at the conference. Why did I do this? Because I was acting so stupid. I didn't want people to think I did it on purpose. So I said, oh, you won't believe what I did. Anyway, so they just, it was, I had to get up and speak. I had to make a video. It's still out there. My speech was, I don't know where, I stuffed it into some kind of place, but I spoke without it. I was like the hostess with the mostest, greeting people. They said, oh, you can be mother of the bride, greet people. Then Tamara said, Leslie, you gotta help me count this money. She didn't know what to do with me, and she's going like this with the money. And so I take the money and I go like this. She said, forget that. This is not working. Everyone told me I had to drink a lot of water. I had to drink a lot of coffee. I tried. I spilled everything all over the place. And then I spoke to Dr. Howard Weeks from Uni, and I said, Dr. Weeks, what do? I did this thing, and when is it going to go away? I don't know what to do. I wasn't hungry. I didn't have the munchies. I didn't have the typical stuff. But I hated that I couldn't find my brain. He said, Leslie, it's going to take a month. I was able to reach Mark. My son Mark, we had a vacation. Everyone's wondering, well, where did you get it? Well, we were on vacation, my whole family, in California, and Mark at the time was a grower for medical marijuana for hospitals. And he left 2 bars behind, and I hid it because, oh my God, you can't let anybody see this, oh my God. I could have been in jail in Panama to this day. And I mean, I just didn't even think of that. And then, of course, everyone wanted me to auction it off, the other bar. Adam and my husband made sure that I flushed it right down the toilet. I had 35 doses. It took me a month for it to get out of my system. It took me a year to find my brain, and sometimes I'm still a little concerned that it's totally gone. But anyway, that is the story of Stoneberg, as I'm known now. And you'll see at every NATSAP conference, I sell brownie bites. And this last conference, I sold and made for Saving Teens $500 worth of brownie bites. I sponsored a tea in memory of my husband, Sam, and people just plunked down their money. It was great, and it went to such a good cause. So that's my story. Stoneberg.
That concludes our event for this year. We'll look forward to seeing New Orleans. Thank you all for attending again. Have a great night wherever you're doing tonight, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.